In this video, we're going to look at why broken links could be causing you lost traffic, how to find them, how to fix them, and how to get more traffic to your website right now. Let's go. Alright, in this video we're going to talk about broken links, or 404 errors as they're commonly called in SEO and the web world. If you're not aware of any of this stuff, don't worry, I'm going to quickly walk you through it in this video. Hi, I'm Ashley Fawkes. I'm the founder of Mad Lemmings, where I do WordPress and SEO for clients. So if you have any issues with any of that stuff, feel free to get in touch. And in this video, we're going to walk through quickly how to do 404 checks for your website, how to make sure you don't have any broken links to your website or any broken links on your website, because sometimes this can be causing you problems and you're not even aware of it. So let's have a look at how you can check on your website whether you have any issues with links that are not pointing to the right places. The first thing I would recommend is going to the Search Console, formerly known as Webmaster Tools. If you haven't set this up for your website, I have another video on that and a blog post on that. You should set that up using your Gmail that you use for your Google Analytics, or if you haven't got that set up, you need that as well. But we're just going to take a look at Search Console here. Once you've set up your website on Search Console and done your sitemap, which is step 2, you'll start getting data from Google. And the three main areas that Google shows you on the front page here are crawl errors, which is where the 404 broken links are we're going to look at. The other one is Search Analytics, which is really cool for seeing what kinds of words you're ranking for, what keywords, how your traffic's going. Even outside of analytics, you can connect this to analytics as well. Gives you lots of interesting stuff, and how many of your pages are being crawled by Google, so they're actually looking at them. So there's a bunch of really cool data, but we're not going to get into that in this video. I know you want to, but we're not going to. What we're going to look at is the crawl errors here, which is where the broken links are found. And what Google will show you is any pages, any links that are basically not working on your site. Now that can be that there's links from your site to other pages or to internal pages within your site that are actually incorrect. Or it could be that people are trying to find pages from other places on the web and that maybe those links are incorrect. So by looking at this list of broken links, now this isn't my main website, this is a small website I have, so I only have 4. But what we can see is some of these different categories of broken links. Now we don't need to fix all of them, we don't need to worry about all of them, but you want to be aware of these and check these periodically, every month, every 3 months, whenever you have time, but you want to have a look at this every now and again. So you can either come down on the left-hand side to crawl errors or come from the home page to this, and you might have hundreds or thousands of these, and maybe you don't have time to go through them, maybe you need to pay somebody. But what you're looking for here is issues with links on your site or pages that are links to pages that people are coming to that are not correct. So it could be, for example, category number 1 I would look for is incorrect links from external sites. So that would be a misspelled link, or a link with a space on the end, or missing letters or something like that, which is actually quite a shame, because you could have a nice link from a site, but they're arriving on your site and hitting a 404 message. And now a 404 message would look like this: page not found. So rather than finding the page, they're finding this message. So depending on how your 404s are set up on your website, you may or may not even have a decent page not found page. This has a search here, which is really good. The person can go and look for the page they're looking for. This is a good generic 404 page. I could make it even better. You could have it like this, really interesting one, but generally people have a search bar on their 404 page. So if someone comes to a link that's not correct and lands on your website, they'll get a page like that. What would be even better is if they landed on the correct page. So what you can do is called redirects. You want to do a 301 redirect to the correct page. Now, depending on how you've got that set up, if you're using WordPress, there's a plugin called Redirection, which you can install, and you can redirect the broken link to the correct location. It's got a from and a to field which you can fill in, and that's really easy to do. If I jump onto my main site here and show you that just quickly, I use redirection to fix some of my broken links, and if I've deleted pages, to send them to different locations. And if we go into settings, I think it is under tools, redirection, you see a list of the ones I've redirected from posts that I've removed. I'm redirecting them to the blog, etc. Or broken links, I'm redirecting them, or I've changed the link and I don't want them to go there anymore. I've misspelled the link. I've later on changed it. Generally, WordPress fixes these. If you change the link in WordPress, it usually fixes it. But sometimes you'll find redirects, broken links in Search Console that you have to fix. So that's the first category, is pages where people are coming to your site from somewhere else. Usually it won't be Google, it'll be another website where there's a link and it's incorrect. So you can either fix it on your site, or you can perhaps approach the owner of that website and ask them to fix that link for you, if you can get in touch with them. If it's worth doing, that's something you might want to think about. So that's the first category, is links that are incorrect externally to your website. Another one which I see quite commonly is internal links that are incorrect. So you've linked incorrectly within your website to another page within your website. Or in the case of this first one here, I've actually incorrectly linked to an external website from within a post. Now that's quite a common problem in WordPress, because if you only type in the website without the HTTPS at the front, if you don't type the full address in, then WordPress creates one of these crazy links here, and you can see it's the post / the website. So what I need to do to fix that is I need to go into WordPress and fix that link which is pointing to WP Cube and put a HTTP in front of it, and that'll fix that problem. So if you see that, I've got two of those here, and that's me having made a mistake in my post referring to an external site without the HTTP, because WordPress doesn't do it automatically, and I think it's quite stupid. So WordPress, if you're listening, please fix that. It's really simple to do, but that's a common one you might find, and that's an error 404 that you can fix. Another one you might see is that you've misspelled an internal link or something else, and you realize I once had hundreds of incorrect links for a client because they'd misspelled an internal page within the footer, and it was on every single page, so Google was picking it up. And then the last one that I want to touch on, so you've got external links that are incorrect, you've got internal links that are incorrect, and sometimes you've just got garbage stuff you don't want to deal with, and you're just going to leave those. You're not going to worry about them. You don't have to fix every single 404 error that you have. You just want to make sure you fix the main ones. You're not losing any traffic. You're not getting traffic to the wrong places. So sometimes there's a category of 404s that are just not worth fixing. So just be aware, you don't have to fix all of them. You just fix the ones you can fix, the ones that are worth fixing, and then there's some that you can just leave. It's okay. But also be aware that sometimes there are some links which maybe you removed a page and you don't want to redirect the person. So if you have a product and you delete the product from your website, sometimes I tell clients to redirect to the category of the product. That makes sense. But if, for example, I delete a page about a service I have and that service doesn't exist anymore, do I redirect to a similar service? Do I redirect to my homepage? Do I redirect to my blog? It doesn't necessarily make sense to do that, because the person comes to the service from somewhere and lands on my blog, and then they're kind of like, huh, what the hell is that? So just be aware that redirecting people only makes sense if you're fixing a problem or if you're taking them somewhere that makes sense. So when you do a redirection to fix a 404, make sure it makes sense. Don't just redirect all your broken links to your homepage or to your blog page, because it doesn't always make sense. And in the past, I've made that mistake myself, redirecting stuff to my blog that maybe I shouldn't have done. So just be aware of that when you're fixing the 404s. So going back again, 404s are broken links either coming into your website to the wrong location, leaving your website via a link to the wrong link. You should either fix them by redirecting them if it makes sense, if you know the correct location, contacting the person who has the link to your website, fixing your own internal links yourself, potentially using a redirect plugin like Redirection on WordPress, or just leaving them if it doesn't make sense to redirect them or fix them, and having a decent 404 page. So you just want to check your 404 page as well. So type in some garbage address, as I did here for this website. I just typed in AA on the end to get a dead link. You can just type in whatever you want at the end of the website and you'll always land on the 404 page. So do that on your own website, see how your 404 page looks. Make sure you at least have a search bar on there and that you can actually get people to relevant locations. You might also want a list of top content, top categories, top services on there as well. But that's the main thing for 404s. So you want to be keeping an eye on that, making sure you're not losing traffic, you're not getting incorrect links coming to your web page, and fixing those up as you go along if it makes sense. So I hope that was helpful. If you're interested in more videos like this, you can subscribe to the link below. If you need help with your website, feel free to come to madlemmings.com, where I offer services for WordPress and SEO. I do audits on websites and fix things up like that. There'll be a link below also in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video.